A marionette team came to my school when I was a little kid once. It was in the 70s, 77, 78. Washington Elementary, Pontiac, Illinois. It was a team of puppeteers. And what happened was we came in from recess, and they're just like, go to the gym. Everybody just go to the gym. And so teachers will line us up, little kids first, all the way back. And I was probably in 5th grade at that time. I don't remember anything about the puppet show. But you couldn't see the humans. There was just the puppets, in the stage way in the back of the gym. And I don't know anything about the show, except that one time, at some point, it's one of the weird little puppet things hanging from the strings. Shucks, his little arm goes, oh, shit. Oh, in school. I know. Well, maybe in these days, that's not a big deal. But in them days, we roared. We went insane. We couldn't believe a puppet just said, oh, shit. And they had to stop the show and kind of calm us down. And then the show took off where it's left off. But we were still thinking it, and we got back to class. And the teachers are thinking, hey, man, listen, they didn't say, oh, shit. What they said was, oh, shaw. Oh, and we're little kids. That's not a word, oh, shaw. Come on. And they tried to tell us that oh, shaw was the same thing as, oh, darn, oh, shucky darns, or something like that. We're like, no, that's the same thing as, oh, shit, which is what the puppet said. They couldn't convince us for nothing in the world that stupid puppet said, oh, Shaw. And that's probably what it said, but we didn't have that in our vocabulary. When that said the sh, we heard it, not aw. So, that's pretty funny. I don't know why I'm telling you about that. Oh, we got something super cool today. Check it out. Bow wow.
I said a bow chicka cow. Butlers Bangalong. Ha ha ha. Fighting in the infowars. Yeah, baby.
What do you think of that? It's pretty neat, right? Let's see if I can get all the way up. Hello?
That's not the right button.
That's not the right button.
That's not the right button. Okay. Does this work? That sounds really loud in my headphones. God Lord. I turned that down a little bit. Okay, the weird little controller to turn my headphones down is like a mile away.
So, okay. Hey, everybody. Are we coming in 5 by 5? Are we? It's 4:08 in the blessed AM. That's where I learned that from Colonel Potter. 4:08 in the blessed AM on a Thursday, June 28th. June's almost over. Yeah. At the end of the month, I have to go and take a picture of my electric meter. You know why? Because they kept not reading it, and they would just estimate it. And it wasn't accurate. So I discovered you could just take a picture with your cell phone of exactly what the meter says, and then it's accurate. I have to do that every month now. Oh, and they charged me $10 to do it. Oh, I can't believe that. But they do. Oh, man. I tell you what. I got a gift back last Thanksgiving from some friends. And it was an amazing gift. It was a VIP package to go meet Gene Simmons. Gene friggin' Simmons. I know. In Indianapolis at a thing called the Days of the Dead. And I went, and I never actually got to see Gene Simmons. I didn't get my picture taken with him. I didn't get an autograph. I did stand in line a couple times. And the first time, I had my banjo bass with me, which is this huge contraption. I was going to get him to sign my banjo bass, because on the thing it said he'd sign 2 of whatever you got. But I guess not this. So I thought, I'll just beat the system. And the next day, they was doing another signing session, and I had the VIP thing, so I could butt in front of people. It had like butting rights or something like that. Anyway, I went and I bought a 13-inch Ambassador drum head, and I was going to just have him sign that, get my picture taken. It's all paid for. All I had to do was just stay in line and wait. But by the time I got back to the convention, he had left like an hour early. So there was no jumping in line and having him sign anything. He is gone. Gone, baby. Out of thunder. Gone. Like the thunder and the rain. This was kind of a drag, but it's alright. They say you don't want to meet your heroes. No, not. Gene Simmons, to me, is like a cartoon character that kind of came to life somehow. Like a Chucky doll or something. Let's change this. Hey, look at this.
Share.
You guys been watching these videos?
So, we chained the poems together so you can make it easy to remember. The first poem was Fasten the Ribbon.
The ribbon's fastened.
And in my head, I see a guy, and he's up in a cabin. He's up on like the porch of a cabin somewhere, and he yells, "Fasten the ribbon!" And the guy on the bottom says, "The ribbon's fastened." So apparently, the guy up on the porch can't see what's going on the ground. And what's going on the ground is there's a couple guys. There's a guy tying ribbons to trees. You know how like you can tie a yellow ribbon to an old oak tree or something like that?
All right.
That's how you get there. Look, this kind of looks like a ribbon.
If you want to learn how to do Rubik's Cube,
right?
Man, I've got this really
four
super
trees
easy,
down on the
super
ground
easy
that they got
way
to
to
choose
do
to
it.
put ribbons on.
You just memorize a few little poems.
Snooty English
All right,
fella.
shut this off. Let's get back to this one. There we go. All right. All right. Welcome to the headlines. Where's my thing? What about this one? This is, it's really small. It's a Gene Simmons yarmulke. And that's what we're gonna, what's my drumsticks? We're gonna do the headline song. Headline, baby, won't you give them to me one time? Headline, baby, won't you give them to me, give them to me, give them to me, give them to me, baby. All right, let's get them.
Let's get the headlines. Shall we? We shall.
Oh, man, what are we talking about? Headlines, baby? Talking about headlines. Oh, baby, won't you give them to me one time? Okay. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. That's weird. It was. It was weird. That's just crazy. Hey, you know what it's time for? Simultaneous Smelfie. How you doing, everybody? You smelling pretty good? Simultaneous Smelfies. Right here on the Bangalong. Simultaneous selfies coming up in that butt, baby. All right. It's time for headlines. Let's do some. What's going on Dredge Report? Top headline is oil spikes the highest price in 4 years. Thank goodness. Oh, vacancy in the Supreme Court. Yeah. Trump gets to pick another Supreme Court. Yay, that's great. You know what we could do? We could get rid of abortions. Yeah, you could stop killing babies. Imagine how God would be so happy with us if we just stopped killing babies all the time. I know. Satan's gonna be pissed. Okay. Ex-Fox News boss Bill Shine. I don't know who Bill Shine is. And he's to become the White House communications chief, apparently. Some guy sitting next to Michael Jackson named Joe Jackson is dead. Okay. The debt for U.S. corporations tops $6 trillion. That's like a math question. Border battle. Feds to begin distributing grant money to non-sanctuary cities. House rejects the largest amnesty bill in history. That's good. They should always do that. Toronto mayor warns the city cannot handle the surge in asylum seekers. Yeah, you can't just bring in a bunch of people and just start giving them free stuff. Everybody, you can't just do that. Here's a picture of a guy swinging a baseball bat. His name is Tebow. And Tebow is suddenly looking like a pro baseball player. Yeah, he does too. He's got the hat, the hard hat. He's swinging the bat. He's got the gloves on. That's professional right there. Creatures of habit. Humans only visit 25 places regularly. I go to... Where do I go? I go to here, to the Bangalong. Or, otherwise known as my garage. I also go to the bathroom. And, it's going to be tough to come up at 25. It's going to be tough. Sometimes we go on vacation to the same place. That island in northern Michigan called Mackinac Island. We go there sometimes. Well, we go there every freaking year, actually. Let's see. More headlines. Netflix is under investigation for streaming disturbing child pornography scenes. What? On Netflix? Come on, man. Come on, Netflix. Share. Sweltering Europe loses its fizz as the CO2 shortage hits drinks. Wow. They're running out of little bottles of CO2 to put fizz in their pop. That is so the least of their problems. Okay. There's a liberal meltdown over the justice retirement. You know. I had a lawyer once help me beat a DUI. And I remember him telling me that, there was a presidential election must have been going on at the time, and I remember him telling me that, conservatives kind of the way to be, but if you're ever going to want marijuana legalized, then you have to embrace the liberals. And at that point, he was kind of right, because there wasn't a bunch of states with medical marijuana in them days. But, the libs had every chance in the world to champion that cause, and they did not do it. But Trump knows that all you got to do is legalize marijuana, and you'll be the king of the world. And he likes being the king of the world. So that's what's going to happen. Okay. There's a panic at the DNC, that's Democratic National Convention or Committee or something. The day conservatives have been waiting for. This is it. World War IV. No. But there is, they say, a civil war happening. Kind of like behind the scenes, maybe. There's a bunch of Antifa tards doing junk. There's no biting them guys. We're going to win. Like there's no tomorrow, everybody. And we're going to just keep on winning. And you'll get sick of it. And you'll be like, please, no more winning. And we'll be like, no. We loves the winning. We loves it. Okay, here's the headline. It says, it's a warning. No, it's a warming. Why does it say warming? Arctic Ocean almost totally ice covered. Okay. A model raises ire with a nude photo overlooking Western Wall. I don't know what that means either. Meet the gay man running for mayor of Moscow. There's got to be more than that. Full horror. What's this? Oh. Full horror of an Aztec skull tower revealed. Yeah. You build a tower out of skulls, it's going to be horrific. You didn't even need to reveal it. I knew that already. Okay. Inside the dark, Harlequin satanic ritual, worshippers purge emotional baggage. Please don't play with Satan. He's the bad guy. He's the deceiver. He will tell you fibs. He's the king of fibs. Let's see. A passenger with an unbearable odor that caused emergency landing dies of infection. So there's this cat on the... Not a cat, a dude. There's a fella, if you will, on the plane. Maybe it was a chick, who knows? They just say passenger. So somebody on a plane had this horrible infection that was so gross, it made them stink so bad that they had to land the plane. And then the person died anyway. Gross. Oh man, I'd have hated to be on that plane. Oh my God, could you imagine? Hey, it's 4:20, everybody. What that means? It's something about blackbirds baked in a pie, everybody. Okay. Swelter in Europe, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Mexican presidential race. AMLO, the unstoppable. I am AMLO, the unstoppable. You will not beat me. Leftist heads to Giant Stadium for finale. 132 candidates killed during the campaign season. What? 132 candidates killed during the campaign season. You should read that, because that almost sounds interesting, doesn't it? Virginia was ranked the most patriotic state. Oh, good job, Virginia. Very good, Virginia. Very good. Most patriotic. Here's a headline that says, God is racist. A legislative candidate says that God is racist. And that's kind of believable, because, I don't know, we were all made in God's image, right? And everybody's racist, so he might as well be too. All right. Biz owner arrested for hiring a hitman to kill a cop who wrote too many tickets. You can't be writing all those tickets, you guys. You gotta slow down. You smoke a little weed before you go on duty or something. You know, otherwise people put out hits on your ass. Yeah, I'd never be a cop. Not in a billion years. Not for any amount of money. If they said, you get to have $1 million at the end of the week if you just be a cop, I'd be like, nope. Well, I don't know. Hang on, I'm going to rethink that. Yeah, maybe I would for a week. For $1 million. Yeah. I'll try to be a nice cop, wouldn't I? Okay. Here we go. String of trends. See, the thing with Drudge is it always reboots. It always refreshes, rather, and then you lose your place. String of trans murders could be the work of a serial killer. Activists fear. So there's a bunch of trannies getting killed somewhere. Next headline is... Blacks face a longer wait time on Uber. I wonder why. Probably because they're racist. That's probably why. Okay, Trump-Putin summit set. And that's good. We should be talking to those guys. Cortez, the new face of the left. I would support impeachment. Of course she would. So there's this a socialist who's got the nod now on the left in New York somewhere. There was a mysterious sonar anomaly, with quotes around it, off of North Carolina. Wonder what that means. If you read the story, press this. A mysterious sonar anomaly was off the coast of New York City. We're doing an investigation. We don't know what the hell it was. Okay, there's the whole story. Fewer Americans are spending their final days in the hospital, and more are dying at home. You know how much it costs to die in the hospital? Doesn't matter. You're dead at the end, so only your kids and people paying for it really know. Wouldn't it suck to know when you were going to die? Exactly. Yeah. That'd suck. Remember when everything used to suck? Oh, no, not anymore. We're in the golden age. Yep. Everything's going to get better. It's the golden age. Excuse me.
Everything's getting better, baby. In the golden age. We're talking golden, baby. Let's
See, my computer's glitching out. That's probably it for this. Alright. What time is it? It's 4:20. Alright. We're staying along for right now. Go to bed.